So what can we expect going forward? Let's bring in the man who wrote the bill, Pennsylvania Congressman John Joyce. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So what can we expect? Have you talked to any of your colleagues in the Senate? Can it get a vote over there? So maybe get it to Joe Biden's desk for maybe a veto or a signature to pass it?
I think this is an important piece of legislation that we were able to pass today in a bipartisan manner, having Democrats from New York and California join in with us in establishing that a de facto mandate to progress to an all-electric vehicle is not going to occur in the United States. And Sean, to answer your question, yes, Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma is a lead sponsor in this legislation, and he has with him Ted Cruz from Texas. Look, Democrats and Republicans alike are going to have to answer to their constituents that we cannot, as a government, have a de facto mandate that forces all individuals to drive electric vehicles. My district in South Central and Southwestern Pennsylvania is a mountainous terrain with bitter cold winters. We don't have the capabilities to have electric vehicles that can survive and get people to and from work. So be able to purchase the vehicle, the internal combustion vehicle for the truck, the SUV that you want to purchase is allowing market forces to take place, and government should not be intervening in this.
But Congressman, despite your bill, the EPA has implemented tailpipe emission standards that will force the automakers here in the United States to produce what will be roughly more than two-thirds of the new vehicles sold in less than a decade will be electric vehicles. So at a federal level, the same thing will happen, and you guys don't have any control over that.
But this is an opportunity to stop the EPA from any mandates of forcing us into an all-EV. And you're right, in 2035, that mandate would come into effect. This is legislation that will stop moving to an all-EV, and America's not ready for that. We don't have the grid to support it. We don't have the capabilities of creating those batteries here in the United States. What will occur is that we will have China cars. We will have cars that have been constructed using batteries from China. Those critical materials, those critical minerals, if they're not mined in China, they are produced and processed in China. This will sever that tie. This is an opportunity to move forward and let the EPA know that we're not going to be mandated by regulators, by Gavin Newsom in California. We're not going to have California tell us throughout America what vehicles we should be driving.
Good for you for leading on this, Congressman. I also want to get your take on this. You know, a whistleblower claims the CIA is involved in a COVID cover-up. The agency apparently offered to pay off analysts to bury their findings that COVID leaked from the Wuhan lab. The COVID Select Committee is seeking more information and testimony. What can you tell us about this investigation? What do you know?
This information was just revealed today. I serve on the Select Subcommittee on the origins of COVID. This was a committee that Speaker McCarthy set up just in this 118th Congress, a bipartisan committee that will allow us to look into why this whistleblower had to step forward and tell us that information was suppressed. We know that this virus was unleashed by China, but our response to this is an important part of what our committee is doing. We're investigating how this occurred, how it was unleashed to America, and that we have taken appropriate steps. This is certainly suggestive by this information which was revealed today that we're going to have additional hearings to investigate and understand this. Your government should not be responsible for, in any form, suppressing information of how China unleashed this virus onto America.
Congressman John Joyce, thank you so much.
Making Pennsylvania proud. Thank you, Congressman. Good work. Good stuff.
Thank you very much.